Good morning, all y'all. It's Robin from Holstein House, and I'm only here for a couple of minutes. Um, I'm testing out a new microphone setup, and I can already tell it's really sensitive to noises and stuff. So, um, I don't. I'm gonna have to look up at how to address that. I have. It is a New Era. No, that's the stand, microphone stand. What's the name of this dumb thing? I can't see it. Oh, anyway, it's a um, it's a more traditional style microphone than this one that's on the headset, and I got it at a really reduced rate. It's not new, and then I found out I needed phantom power for it, and I thought, well, I can work around that. I've got different cords and different plugins and different pieces of equipment. I can work around it, but I couldn't. so so I ended up getting where did I put the box? I just had the box. What do I do with the dumb box? Oh, here it is. It's a dark colored box, so I couldn't see it in the dark. So I got one of these. It's a it calls it a sound card. It's a cheap one as well, and but it's actually a little bigger than a cell phone, and it maybe you can see it there or not. This might be a better picture if you can make it out there. So what you do is you plug in your microphone here and here, and you have outputs here. So it's like it's only enough for two microphones. You got main outputs here. Then you have your volume knobs and things here for that. You can also plug in a traditional, what is it? Is it a 3.5 little head jack microphone? You can do that. There's a little plug in here, and there's a little plug in here for headphones. And this was a little over $20 on, the Amazon. So far, it's doing okay. I've spent a lot of time on this morning, longer than I really should have, because I had a different end on the microphone. And I couldn't figure out, wasn't working. I thought, well, maybe you need to change that out, because I have a portable setup that I was using when I used to sing at Hospice House. And it was almost like one of those karaoke boxes kind of things, but it's older than that. And I use an RC jack to plug in the microphone into one spot, and then I could either plug in my cell phone with a little 3.5 plug, or I hate when I do stuff like this and then I go blank with the name of it, and I know exactly what it is. But anyway, then or I could put a USB in or something to rotate the music through, and I could sing. And it worked really well for that. But I needed something better here to do the podcasts and the broadcasts and stuff, as I'm trying to get back into that. And I do apologize. I really should be on more of a schedule. But honestly, it's just every time I turn around, something else is coming up. While I was setting this up, I got a phone call from the county planning office, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but about something that's going on over at my dad's. And so it just blew out some plans that I had, so I have to adjust that. And it's like, well, we don't know exactly when, but we'll call you and let you know. Gosh, it's kind of hard to plan. And I told him, I said, well, my dad has some appointments. And she said, well, he doesn't have to be there. And I said, yeah, I know, but he lives on the property, and he's going to kind of want to know what's going on. So Anyway, I'd be interested in hearing from you, your thoughts on the quality of sound. Now, this thing is weirdly cheaply sensitive. If I bump anything on the desktop, it picks it up. So it does have a little, I know you can't see, but it has this little shock absorber thing that's supposed to keep the microphone from vibrating. Of course, I have one of those pop filters on there so that you don't get that hot sound when you say words like that start with P. Like if I went Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and then it just blow your ears off every time I hit the P. So I have that on there. If I don't have this turned just so, or if I don't speak to it just so in a certain way, then you don't hear it very good. And of course, the dials, they got to be in just right. And I don't know, I only have them like if they're not numbered. The dials aren't numbered. They just have those little tick marks on them. So I'm not sure where, like 1, 2, 3. I can't just glance at it. I just have to kind of look at the tick marks. And so right now they're about, if you're looking to face of a clock, they're about in a 9 o'clock position. And I don't know if that's good or not. I know my headphones, I had to turn up to about the 12 o'clock position. Otherwise, I don't pick up anything from the computer. And the main is at the 12 o'clock position, and that's about the only thing that I can adjust. But I have tinkered around a little bit this morning. Like I said, that's why it took me so long. Not that you were expecting me, because I didn't have this one scheduled, but I want to get back to doing that because, the garden is in full swing. And if you've seen any of my shorts, and I don't mean the kind that you wear, but I mean little short videos on either Rumble or YouTube, and some reels on Instagram and Facebook. I've been sharing with you the garden. I've been sharing with you the Jersey Devil tomatoes, and oh man, they're turning out to be really nice. They taste so good. I mean, it's just like summer. It tastes like a summer tomato, like I remember a tomato is supposed to taste. But they're ugly. Oh my gosh, are they ugly? They look like a giant pepper. I think some of you guys have seen them, so you know what I'm talking about. The regular sweet peppers are doing fair. They're not doing great. The Mortgage Lifters tomatoes are doing fair. They're not doing great. The other tomatoes are doing fair. They're not doing great. The squash is coming along, but I am still fighting squash bugs. Of course, we'll be fighting those as long as the plants are alive. I did get a squash the other day. I swear that puppy was 16 inches long. It was massive, and it just kind of took a growth spurt overnight, and it wasn't quite that. I mean, it was good size already, and I thought, well, I'll leave it for another day. And I come back out, and man, that thing had grown overnight. It was crazy. And then the volunteer pumpkin plant, it has actually 3 little pumpkins on it now, and that I can see. Now, it may have several, but it's all over the place. It's worse than house ivy. It's all over. It really is. But let me show you how this thing sounds. And you'll hear it. You'll hear it pick up this noise. I'm going to tap on the desktop. Hear that? I'm going to scrape the cord on the microphone. See? I think you can hear that because I can hear it in headphones. So it's highly, highly sensitive. And I don't know if it's because it's just cheap or what it is. But I'm going to have to pay very close attention as I use it, as I learn to use it some more. I don't know if I have to be really up on it, for it to sound good, or if I can sit back here and you can hear it, because then I hear myself. If I need to be right up on it like this, then I'm going to have to move it. I do have it on an extension, an arm. I forget what it's called, like a boom that has that adjusts. And there's only a couple places I can hook it to that I can use it. I can't set it on the desktop. it tips over. And of course, it takes up space on the desktop. I don't, I don't have any space now. It's a mess in here. It's been forever since I've sat down and worked on things in here, and I've really, really got to just buckle down and get this done. I just get so distracted anymore. Oh, I'll share with you one of the things that's distracted me is we did trade the little red Fiat. I do not any longer own the little red Fiat. Mr. Holstein bought me a 2015 Chevy Equinox. It does have quite a few miles on it, but I don't anticipate taking it anywhere like to Florida or anything. I don't know. Oh, well, that seems to have gone straight to voicemail, but it looked like it was the allergist that I need to make an appointment to see on top of everything else. Told you it was crazy. So the pulmonologist seems to think that part of my issues are allergy related with my lungs. So I had a spell here a couple of weeks ago, and I ended up on a short course of steroids, and he added a second inhaler, and so he's referred me over to an allergist. So I think that was, but I couldn't recognize it. It said family ALL, and I thought, well, that doesn't, allergist. So it's probably what that was. Hopefully, I really don't want to go through allergy testing, but it looks like it's what it's going to be. We can get that lined out. I'm so tired of coughing and being hoarse and just stupid stuff. And I have to get working on stopping the ums and ahs and oohs and stuff. We'll see what happens. I do, like I said, I do ask that you let me know what you think, not of me being hoarse, but the overall sound on the microphone, whether you think it's fair or not. I'm going to listen to it myself, but you just never know. You just never know. I'll be sharing this out to the podcast folks too. And I'd appreciate if the podcast folks would get word back to me. I know you can on Fountain, and hopefully there's some other ones if you want to check out the description. Oh, I didn't put it in. I'll have to put it in the description for the podcast. If you look in the description for the podcast, it should have contact information on it. I didn't set this up ahead of time or anything. I didn't I don't have a schedule of things to go through this morning. I just wanted to test this out and wanted to get this out there. I wanted you to tell me what you think about it. That's really about it this morning. I need to take care of some things here in the house. Maybe I'll let me see what pardon me. Can you hear that? Can you hear me? So I use a rollerball mouse, and I have since, when was I working in? When I started working at conservation, started doing maps and stuff. That was 2002, I think. I started using this roller. It's a Logitech. This one's a Logitech. And it's got this roller ball, and so you roll it with your thumb, and of course you've got your two clickies, but roll your pointer that way, and so you're not scooting your hand all over your desktop. Well, I started using that because I was doing some mapping with ArcGIS, and for flood control structures. I used to have one of those. I'll have to get one of those out and show you one of these times. I'm sure the maps have changed. What was it looking? Oh, the calendar. I started using the roller mouse for that, and whenever I left, I ordered a couple for myself for my laptop and for my desktop, and I really, really like it. It really saves my hand and wrists and stuff. Although it does aggravate the arthritis in my thumb. So as of right now, Thursday, I don't have anything going on. So maybe I will try a live on Thursday. Oh, well, Dad's INR. Well, we can still maybe do a live on Thursday. I think I'll get things done this morning. I think I'll set up a live for Thursday, and I'll be a little more organized. In the meantime, please, please, please get word to me what you think about the audio for today. The audio for today, whether it's 10E, as in sounds like I'm down in a can or something, whether it sounds pretty good, whether moving around is affecting it too much, whether it sounds whether it's too loud or too soft. I mean, there's just several things that I can adjust it the way I think it should sound, but then I don't know that means that's what you're going to hear. But we'll work on that, and I will schedule a live for Thursday, August the 1st. Can you believe it's August already? My goodness. Have you gotten everything you needed done? Are you going to do a second garden? Like a second crop? I'd love to know if you are, and we can talk about that. Send me a note. Message me here. Put something in a comment here and let me know. If there's a question or something you want to talk about, be glad to talk to you about that. Related to, home food preservation. Because I did some spaghetti sauce yesterday with my homegrown tomatoes. Yay! But one of them didn't seal, so boo. I'm going to reprocess that because I don't think it's going to be too bad. And I'll mark it as the first one to use. What else? Oh, squash. I have squash coming out all over the place. How do you like to fix squash? I love squash casserole. I have a good recipe for a squash casserole. I like fried squash, but I hurt myself when I do that because I eat as many as I fry. I mean, I take them out of the hot grease and it's like, eat it right straight, burn my mouth. That's crazy. Like I said, my peppers aren't quite, I don't have enough of any one plant. So ideally I should have had multiples of the varieties, but I'm trying these all out. I did have a lady ask me about the Jersey Devil tomatoes, and she wanted to clone one of the plants. She wanted some of the seeds from one of the plants. She wanted to know if I was going to sell any of the tomatoes. And I just have the one plant, although it's huge. It's huge. I just have the one plant. So no, I won't have enough for selling. She said she got a hold of some seeds and may try to do them herself, which is fine. There's enough to go around. I did order another poultry run. Got to try to get that set up. We're supposed to be getting the fence worked on out back so that, and I don't want to get ducks and chickens anymore until I get that back fixed and secured, because I lost 2 of my ducks to dogs here a few weeks ago. And although I'm pretty sure I know whose dogs they were, I can't prove it because I didn't catch the dogs in the act. And the backyard wasn't as secure as it could have been. So I could try to raise a stink about it, but it wouldn't do any good, and it just distract me some more. So going to get the fence shored up and try to get that done here in the next few weeks and get the yard more secure. I did have to get, have you ever seen, one of the chickens has become a little aggressive little chicken. Let's put it that way. And she's pecked one of the other chickens, her sister chicken, the same variety of chicken, both of my Isa Browns. The one has pecked the other one in the head. I mean, the poor thing, I don't think she can hear very well now. She screams instead of clucks. Her head, it just looks awful. And I would hear her carry on when the other one was on her. And I ended up getting some of those peeper things that they look like blinders that you put on a horse, but you put them on a chicken, and it kind of set in the nostrils here. And they can see and they can eat, but they can't, they can see to eat, but they can't see to hop, to get on to fight and pick and peck another chicken. So they'll have to stay pinned up for a while, but that should give the one hen chance for her head to heal. It's terrible. In the wild, nature is not kind. Please understand, nature is not kind. It's terrible. It really is. And if you do any kind of homesteading, if you raise any kind of animals, you will find, if it's more than one, you will find out. You will find out. Anyway, I think Thursday is going to be a good day. We'll catch up late then. I'll get a live stream scheduled. That's not the right one. I was using the wrong mouse. I'll get a live stream scheduled up, and we will catch up more on Thursday. And please do let me know what you think of this new mic setup. Am I too far away from it? Am I too close? Does it sound too high? Does it sound too low? Is it too soft? Does it need to volume up? We'll work on that, and then we will catch up with you again on Thursday. Okay? Sound good? Okay. See you then. Thanks for swinging by. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all that stuff. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.